I'm currently living in a treehouse that's on an island that is so isolated. I'm talking no electricity and no water. So let me show you what it's like. Jumbo, nice to meet you. Dude, look at this presentation, man. Welcome to the vlog.
Oh, what's up, brother?
So we've just checked into a place here called Chole Island, which is on an island that's completely isolated. It's a smaller island called Chole that's off the main island, which is called Mafia Island. Wow, that's a lot of islands in one sentence. This place is so off the grid. I'm talking there's no electricity and no water. The water actually has to be pumped all the way from Mafia Island to here. Chole Island is a lodging that's set in tree houses, and so we're going to sleep here for the next 3 nights and experiencing what this island is all about. So first, let's start off with a room tour because this is probably one of the most interesting accommodations I've ever stayed at. This right here is the entire treehouse, and it's built on stilts. I think that's how tree houses are supposed to be built. And you come into here, this is the entrance. You first wash your feet and then make your way up. So when you make your way up, this is what you're presented with. This right here is the entire dressing area. This here is really interesting. So in the morning, if you're waking up and you want to wash your face, it's like a spoon made out of a coconut. This is a coconut. So you fill the coconut up with water. They've provided this sufuria. It's what it's called in Swahili. I don't know what it's called in English. And then like you wash your hands over here. This here is a humongous bed that's open to all of the environment. But of course you have a mosquito net so that you can protect yourself from the bugs in the night. But when you're lying here, you're basically one with nature. You can feel the wind, you can hear the sounds of the birds and the insects, and everything that you can see over here has been built with just wood and these ropes. Right over there is where the sun sets. So you can lie down on the bed as the sun is setting, and I've heard that the sunsets over here are out of this world. This here is the only thing that runs on electricity, which is generated with solar panels that are on the top of the roof of this treehouse. Right by the lounging area is this game that the locals play. It's called Bow. If you've ever owned a Nokia 3310, then you probably recognize this game from there. I've never really known how to play it. It's something about taking these and sort of equalizing them somehow. And then right over here you have a hammock. Whew. Now this is an awesome spot to relax. Right behind the bed are the steps, so if we go up, you come to this beautiful 360 view of all the forest around us. And what I find particularly interesting is how this tree house and most of the tree houses over here have been built around baobab trees. Some of the baobab trees here are massive and they're so beautiful. Heading back down and come around here. So the shower and the toilet are outdoor. This here is the toilet. It's a super dark toilet, which I'm not such a huge fan of, especially in the night. If you want to come down and use it, that would be a bit freaky. And then you have the outdoor shower, which is my favorite. You're taking a shower here and you're literally one with nature. As mentioned, there's no electricity on the island, and so they've come up with a really creative way in which you can heat up your water. This literally blew my mind. There's this sort of lamp which has a little bit of a rope inside, and they've provided some kerosene which you just pour inside a little bit, some matchsticks. So you light it up, flames up, and you just push it under. Listen to this. So when you hear that sound, that means the water is actually heating up. I'm not sure if it heats up the water or the pipe itself. You can see some smoke rising up from there, and then you switch that on. After a couple of minutes, you start getting some hot water just from a tiny flame. I cannot believe you're making me do this at 3 a.m.
Yo, that's what's up, man. That's what we gotta do, man. Your name is Adventure Singh. Let's do this.
Good morning. Morning. Alright, put this down in the list of the craziest things I've ever done. Mama Chole was telling Jiggy that there was a time her daughter was riding a paddleboard in the middle of the night from Mafia all the way to Chole Island, and she ended up seeing fluorescent... What are they called? Bioluminescent? Phosphoruses. Basically this microorganism in the sea that glows in the night, and also a couple of turtles coming up for air. They had this crazy idea of waking up with them at 3:45 in the morning to go and experience that. So that's what we're doing right now.
It could be nothing, but it could also be the most beautiful thing we've seen in our life.
Whoa. So we have paddle boards, we have a dhow.
We have hot chocolate, we have attitude.
A for crazy.
A for crazy, man. That's
Yep.
what they call it, man.
And off they go into the darkness. Isn't it really early to swim?
It's the life, man. What a way to wake up.
The sun coming.
That was a fun mission. So everyone got lost and I fell asleep on the boat. So now we're just waiting for the sunrise. So we were looking for you, you were looking for us. And it was just this whole...
Extreme beauty in between. Otherwise, a lot of zigzagging around.
Good morning, guys. I have been sleeping like a baby on this bed right over here because it's just so peaceful. When you're going to sleep, you can hear the sound of the waves. You're just hearing this gentle breeze, the sound of the insects, these birds. It's currently day 3 here at Chole Island, and yesterday we went to swim with the whale sharks, which is my previous video. So if you haven't checked that out, then I'll leave it right over here. It was such an amazing experience. And the company that we went on the excursion with is actually a sister company to Chole Island. It's called Kituki Blues. They're very heavy into conservation, especially of the ocean. So they've been doing coral restoration projects where they've been farming coral. They're also restoring a lot of ruins that are here on the island itself, which we're going to be checking out this morning. You guys, I was just heading to the outdoor shower to start getting ready, and at the bottom of the steps was this big monitor lizard. Ooh, this is what it's like to be one with nature. Time to take a shower in the nature. I'll see you guys in a bit. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, man.
How are you?
Good, good, good. I got into editing zone, smashed it through. How was your sleep, man?
I slept.
You slept, he slept, and I was like...
Slept like a baby. And now I know why guys say outdoor showers are amazing, because wow, that was incredible. So the thing with being on an island that has absolutely no electricity is that there's no refrigeration, and so all your food is cooked fresh. All our meals have been fish. So right now we have a fish quiche, and man, the food over here has been so good. The cool thing about Chole Island is that all of the staff are from the island itself, and so we have Rajabu, who is going to teach us how to play bao. Habari?
Nzuri salama. Hii bao kwa nini imetengenezwa?
Let me try and explain this. I think I've got it. So you have all these little seeds that have been divided over all the circles. You have 2 in each circle. It's a 2-player game, and the first person who's playing kind of has to calculate. What you do is, if you're starting from here, you drop 1, you drop 2, and then where you've dropped your last seed, you pick the other opponent's seeds, and then you start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take the 2. And then you go again, and you just keep going round and round like that until you reach an empty circle. That's when your turn is over. Now the person who has all the seeds basically wins the game, and you have to be very mathematical to be like, okay, I want to start from here so that I'll have 3 seeds that will reach here, and all that fancy jazz. So that is how you play bao.
So this is all a game of mathematics, man.
Asante sana.
Okay, karibu sana.
So just like Zanzibar, even Mafia Island has quite a lot of history. In fact, it was once part of the Zanzibar archipelago before it was changed into the Mafia archipelago, and it was a very important stop for the Arabs who were trading between East Asia and East Africa. So an archipelago that was once owned by the Arabs was then bought by the Germans, who continued using this place as a trade center, and then it was taken over by British troops. In fact, during World War I, when the British were annoyed at the Germans, they actually attacked this whole place. Let me complete my history using Wikipedia. So when the British took over this place, they actually used it as an air and sea base to attack light cruiser Königsberg. I think that's German. So this building was actually one of the buildings that was torn down by the British army when they were attacking Germany. and now it's been fully restored by Chole Island. So right now we're walking through the village that's right next to Chole Island. At this point in time, the island has no one except the locals who are local fishermen. Hello! Hello! They're shy of the camera. Guys, look at all those bats up over there. There's gotta be hundreds of them. They're actually really big bats. So over here they call them the flying foxes. You can hear them. Alright, it's been an amazing time being on land, and now it's time to sail around the land. And I think we're going to go paddle boarding because there's a couple of paddle boards over here. And we're going to sail through some mangrove channels on this beautiful traditional dhow. It's been so much fun being on these traditional dhows. Guys, so Jiggy is working on a documentary.
I'm on the most eastern island of Tanzania. So it's the next island over is the Comoros Islands. And there's big waves, that's where the turtles hatch and they go into the water. And this guy has been saving turtles for the last 21 years. And he's saved over 2,400 nests.
But he's feeding you like the worst fish.
Man, it's authentic, man. This is what you gotta do if you wanna make documentaries in rural places. Sleep in a tent without a sleeping bag, no mattress, straight on the sand, eat local food.
I don't think I'd be able to camp out in an isolated place and eat like really bland food and stuff. That's difficult stuff. Kudos, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
So we're stopped over at a place where the locals make their traditional dhows, and each dhow is all made just by hand. So this whole dhow over here takes at least 1.5 to 2 months to be made. None of this uses any electricity. It's all just manual tools. So that right there is a violin drill. Of course, deriving from the name of a violin, and that's their form of a manual drill. That's very resourceful. I was having a conversation with someone from Mafia Island, and they were telling me that the art of making dhows is dying because people are moving to more efficient boats, newer technology. So not many people buy these boats these days. And it's crazy because there's a lot of families over here who's passed down the art of making dhows generations and generations. And because no one's buying dhows, they have to find something else to do. But hopefully, you know, if tourists start coming here more and more often, and of course they'll want to experience something more traditional, hopefully it can bring this art form back alive. Oh, boat accident. Oh. So what accidents look like here on Mafia Island. This here is the mangrove channel, which we're gonna grab these and head on to the inside and pray not to fall, because if you fall and hit the oysters on the mangroves, you can get some serious cuts. The water is so still, but it's always a problem for me to get onto the paddleboard. Not easy. Dude, you're using that thing like an actual paddleboard.
That's how it's meant to be done, right?
I'm using it like a kayak.
Let's do this, Rajveer.
This guy is all over the place.
Oh my god.
Come on, Rajveer. I fell off. After a couple of embarrassing falls, I finally got a hang of it, and we're inside this mangrove channel, and it is the most beautiful and peaceful thing ever. So you have all these old mangroves right over there, and then you have the young, these are new mangroves. And that's exactly why I'm not standing.
Yes! Did it!
I did it! I stood!
That's how it's done, a rite of passage in Tanzania. Some people, like the Maasai, will do a circumcision. Others, like Adventure Singh, will stand up on a paddleboard.
He went in a boy and came out a man standing on his paddleboard.
Do this thing. Ah, dude! Son of a...
Thank you for being my teacher, Sensei.
That's how you thank your teacher, man.
Guys, golden hour on this island has been the most beautiful thing. Like, look at this. The colors always so beautiful. The boats look amazing. The trees look amazing. Well, that's your stop.
Thank you, brother. It's been a pleasure. Adventure Singh, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, brother.
And Karibu Sana, Tanzania. Everybody coming to TZ. Most welcome.
Ending off the day with a beautiful sunset, which the sun is already gone down. And with that, guys, it has been a wonderful experience here at Chole Island, living in a tree house, being one with nature, and just experiencing the rawness and authenticity of this island. Tomorrow, I'm flying back to Kenya, and I can't wait to see my family and my girlfriend. So that's going to be the end of this Tanzania series. If you enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like button. The next destination is going to be so beautiful. So if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.